better buckle up for this one. One team already ranked in the top 25, the other sitting just on the cusp and trying to prove a point in this one. Welcome to Huntington Bank Stadium, home to the Minnesota Golden Gophers. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Nebraska Cornhuskers, taking on one of the top 5 teams in the conference, the Minnesota Golden Gophers. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. And the Golden Gophers will kick it away first. He'll take the return, try to get better field position. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Cornhuskers offense will have the first possession of the game. There are always butterflies to start a game, but when you have a rivalry like this, the adrenaline is pumping on overdrive, guys.
They aren't all the same. We say that, but we know differently. The blood is boiling. The temperature is hot. Jesse, you want this week more than most.
Yeah, David, we played in these games before. Everything just seems to be heightened, right? The game seems to be moving faster. The crowd noise feels louder. Your composure will be tested early in a game like this.
Caught close to the marker. It's Barney. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he's stopped, and it'll be first down. Offense in a bunch formation. They'll give it to Johnson. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. No.
There he goes. Past the first down marker and still running. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains. The Huskers are moving quickly down the field. To the air, it's Raiola. Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. He's stopped, not much on the return, but a whole lot in getting the football.
And I know this defense statistically hasn't been one of the best against the pass this year, but they have had some guys banged up. They believe they've got difference makers on the back end that just need to make more plays. That DB right there is one of those guys, and he does it here on the opening drive, getting a huge interception.
Picked up some yardage with that completion, now second down. Off play action. He's going for it all. He's got it on the outside. Brought down at the 20-yard line after ripping off the big play. The Golden Gophers are threatening in the red zone. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Complete in the middle. They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be first and goal from there. This offense in scoring position with a fresh set of downs. They want to throw it. That's got it. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Golden Gophers. They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game.
Love the thought process by the quarterback here on this play. Nobody open in the end zone. Find your check down. Find the running back. He does that, and once this guy's got the ball in his hands, he shows you that elusiveness and his ability to sniff out the end zone.
Looks as if the returner will try and field this one. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Good hands in there by the defense to force the incompletion.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Now on 3rd and 10, a They can move the chains here. Maybe they can get this drive started. Back to throw. It's Raiola. Makes the grab. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. A bold decision to go for it on fourth down, and one that did not pay off. Motion from the wide receiver. Off the play fake on first down. To throw. Grabs behind the line. It's Taylor. Man, just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. What will they dial up on second, and a long way to go. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. Blast his way ahead, but not much room. A pickup of 1 to the 24. They've got a ways to go on third down from the 24 as this defense tries to force him into a field goal try. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws for the tight end. Wide open downfield. Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be first and goal. New set of downs right on the doorstep for this offense. And they will score! Touchdown, Minnesota! Well, just as you would expect, that didn't take very long.
It didn't, Reese, and you've got to make great field position count. When you've got opportunities, you got to pay it off. And the offense took advantage, scoring a touchdown. Didn't have far to go, but they got the points they needed.
On the run from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. Looking downfield, it's Raiola. Got it in the middle, it's Markway. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be second and inches coming up.
Nice quick throw there. And it's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quick.
Breaks into the open. Out across the 40 and forced out of bounds at the 42. And now this offense is clicking. This offense will snap it from the 42 on first and 10. Wants to throw on first down. And that one's incomplete. You guys have both played in rivalry games, so what did you do to keep yourself locked in during that week of preparation, David?
Well, you try to keep your emotions in check, but it's really, really hard to do because a lot of times the hatred is so strong. The emotions are so real. The coaches get super tight, and they start talking about things, Jesse, so you don't just treat it as another game.
No, it's hard to handle the anxiety leading up to those games, not just because of what it means to your season, but because of what the fans are saying, what your coaches are saying, what your family and friends are saying, understanding how important those rivalries are.
It's so nice when you know it's third and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
They'll snap the ball. First play of the drive coming from their own 24. The run to the left. Gets the nose of the ball to the 25, give him 1.
You definitely want to commit to the run game. You want to establish the run game. You want the defense to honor it. But if it doesn't work a little later down the road, you might think about airing that puppy out.
Handoff from the gun. Breaks the tackle. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain.
You know, as a defense, you can have the right call and the right guy in the right spot, but that guy's just too good. And how about the running back on that play? Just making it happen, breaking off the huge gain. It's tough to get these guys on the ground.
Pulls it in. It's Tracy. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the second quarter. We reach the break. It's Minnesota holding the lead. Really strong performance so far to be able to build a lead here in the first period as we look at the stats. First play of the period will be a second down. They'll run it out of the shotgun. What a nice job by the defense to string it out, not give him any kind of alley, and knock him down for a loss.
That's a backbreaker if you're the offensive coordinator, because on first down, you ran the ball, had a really nice gain. Short yardage situation, you just get completely blown up, and now you're having to probably dial up a throw on third down. You need
lofts one high and deep. This is intercepted along the sidelines, but no, he's out of bounds. It's just an incomplete pass. Very fortunate turn of events for the offense. And the Golden Gophers will try to pin them back with the punt. They'll boot it away for the first time tonight. And they'll get downfield and make the tackle right at the 16-yard line. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. They've taken a couple of punches to the jaw, and now they'll try to get this offense going down a couple of touchdowns.
I just think such a big part of this offense is being physical and establishing the run game. They haven't had a lot of success offensively early in this one, and that's why right there. They're not able to get this guy going yet. That's got to change. This game goes on.
And he finds enough running room, and he's marked down at the 20. They're facing a third down. Back to pass, it's Raiola. Grab near the marker. It's key. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about.
Hold.
A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on third and long. With the catch, it's Barney. He gave it a big effort, but he stopped at the 22. Not quite enough to move the sticks. It'll be fourth down. And the Huskers will line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. A fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. Minnesota has it back, and the Gopher offense is headed onto the field. They've had a really productive first half so far, and they'll try to add to it here. Off the play fake on first down. Finds the tight end. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down. The Golden Gophers can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. They'll go with a direct snap. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. Minnesota has been perfect in bowl games under P.J. Fleck. Now the challenge, row that boat into deeper postseason waters.
But this is a guy who's very tenured in an era of college football where there's so much turmoil and turnover at the head coaching spot. Minnesota has found their guy in consistency. I think he's a guy who motivates this team extremely well, Dave, and because of that each and every year, this has got to be a program you keep your eye on.
Always, and they're always a team that's knocking on the door of beating some of these better teams that are playing for national titles or playing to get in the college football playoff. Just consistency, defense, toughness, always have a running game. Don't beat themselves. That's what you expect from Minnesota football teams.
The give on the option. Oh, he's got some space.
You got to be impressed by what you've seen by this offense so far in this game. In the first half, they've got a nice lead, and they've been able to do it with explosive plays, but they've also been able to do it with efficiency and getting first downs and staying on the field. And you saw another great example right there running the football. Anything they want to do right now is working.
And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Can the defense stop them again on second and goal? The give out of the gun. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Golden Gophers! They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21.
You know, this guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. They've got it at the 36. It's a 1st and 10. To the ground. He's got it again. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a 1st down. The Cornhuskers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll keep it on the ground. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. They'll ride the running back and leave it with it. Stuffed on back-to-back plays. He got nothing, and now they're looking at 3rd and long. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Looking downfield, it's Raiola. Right down the middle. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover.
And he makes another momentum-building play. His 2nd interception in the first half. He can feel where the football's going. Got a good beat on this offense and making plays early and often for his club.
To the air on 1st down. Makes the grab. It's Coleman. Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds. That big pickup on what they call the drag route, but if you hit it on time, you can hit the turbo boosters.
And you've got to be accurate on the throw, too, Reese. Nice job by the QB there, putting it out in front of his receiver to make an easy catch and then advance it.
That's reeled in. It's Coleman. They stop him just a link or two short of the 1st, and man, what they can do on 2nd down here. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock. And the Golden Gophers really need to keep this drive alive on 3rd down.
42 Spider.
They'll try to run for it. Tackled behind the line of scrimmage, and what a big 3rd down stop by this defense.
Number 95 in punt formation to kick it away.
The kick is on its way. Not going to get a chance to field that one, and the punt will bounce out of bounds. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, rivalry games always bring out a ton of emotions, and they were on full display in that first half.
They're lined up and ready to kick off this second half. What kind of field position can he help them with on the return? He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. The Minnesota offense is headed back onto the field. Not sure they had to adjust much as they'll try to build on this lead. Looking for a man. It's Lindsey. Throws to the tight end. He's got it. Up near the 40-yard line. They'll mark it at the 39 to pick up a 15. Big play to start this drive. Now they'll snap it from the 39. Looking to throw on 1st down. Fires to the big fella.
You got like that big, reliable security blanket. And that's what tight ends are a lot of the times. They're just usually big, huge guys that if I throw it anywhere near him, he's going to pluck it, catch it, and give me some positive yards.
He's got an open man.
To be honest, I think the quarterback was a little bit surprised himself with the play call that came in that time. You've got a 3-possession lead here in the 3rd quarter of this game. You're probably expecting some short throws, some runs. And this play caller is still asking for shot plays. And listen, you're the quarterback. You're happy to oblige when you've got the playmakers you have offensively. Just keep chucking them.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Wants to go up top. Going to try to pop one on the screen. No, sirree. Not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking to the big tight end. Pulls it in. Makes the grab and knock down, and he's got it at the 25-yard line. 1st and 10. From the gun, the running back has it. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And you're seeing on both sides really hard to run the football in this one. You've got to give both of these defenses tons of credit. They are so physical up front. These defensive lines can take the game over, and right now it's tough sledding on the ground.
You want to end a play quickly, get in the backfield that fast, get to the guy, and get him on the ground. Nice job penetrating right from the snap, getting off the ball so quick, penetrating the back.
A shot toward the end zone. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look. They're 3rd and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage, so everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
And it slips just inside that right upright. And that will extend their lead even further.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. They've got a long road ahead of them if they want to get back into this game, but they have to get to work on this drive. He gets nothing, and they're staying stubborn with this running game, but at some point you're going to have to change your thought process. To the air, it's Raiola. And he throws another interception, his 3rd of the night. Got room on the return. Touchdown, Minnesota! The defense putting points on the board.
And this is exactly what you dream about for a defense. Forcing the big turnover, making the pick, and then putting points on the board yourself. Great play by the defense.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, a quick update on a notable game going on right now in the ACC. Miami is in the unusual position of having to come from behind right now. But those fans that were there when the U was the U, they know this game is not over. They're trailing by 11 to Louisville. It wouldn't be the ACC if there were...
Turning it on! Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs.
It's so nice as an offense to know you can generate explosive plays by handing the football off to this guy. He has got incredible speed.
And they'll line up from the 31 on 1st down. He'll keep it himself. Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4. The Huskers with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. They'll try the run. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to get this guy on the ground, man. He's got some serious moves once he has the ball in his hands.
They'll ride the hot hand. Pass the sticks, and he may get more. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a 1st down at the 31. And the Huskers come to the line with a new set of downs. Not a whole lot of room as he gets a couple inside the 30 to the 29. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. The handoff to Johnson. Just discarding tacklers, punching and grinding his way to the 23.
And those plays from a defensive perspective, man, they're just super annoying because now I'm in the worst spot ever. 3rd and manageable. Like, I don't know if you're passing, don't know if you're running. So nice job by this offense keeping this defense off balance and creating a 3rd down opportunity that's in their favor.
Trailing by multiple possessions in the 3rd and desperately needing a score, they'll go for it on 4th down. They get him down, and that'll be the final play of the 3rd period. That's going to do it for the quarter, and Minnesota has the lead here. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. They go back to work with a first down in the final period of this one. Power football with the run. He's pulled down after a tough run, gets it to the 6. Going to work on second down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. They'll give it to the back. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Huskers! This game is almost certainly decided already, but the good news is for the next game, guys still flying around, still playing hard, not really hanging their heads.
Long season. This is early in the season. Still got plenty of time. Still find out which plays you like, which you don't, and keep running them, keep getting better at them. So use this as practice.
He'll take the return and try to improve the field position. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Minnesota has it back, and the Gopher offense is headed onto the field. David, they couldn't pay off that last drive with a touchdown.
Now, they moved the ball down the field and executed like they wanted to until they stalled out and had to settle for a field goal.
I think if you want to take the next step, too, here and score a touchdown, you got to start finding more creative ways to get your best players the ball. Let's see if they can do that here.
Quarterback on the keeper. And they didn't get it forward an inch. Defense wins the battle up front. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Golden Gophers come to the ball trying to pick up this third and short. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. He did not make it. A stone wall on third down.
Great job at contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
Coverage team able to put a stop to that return at the 42-yard line. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. That running game was impressive, taking them right down for a touchdown last time, David.
Yeah, just mauling. No secret play calls, just simply we are more physical than you, and we're pounding the football right at you.
So if you're on offense this next drive, take a look at their safeties and see if they're creeping up into the box. Because of your success running the football, this might be time to take a shot down the field and play action.
It's going to be difficult for this offense, man. Just where are they going to find the plays? You can tell the defense sitting back. They're playing nickel. They're playing dime. So you need some receivers to step up, make some yards after the catch, some contested plays. This offense has got to do something, and they got to do it quick.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Moving into scoring territory at the 36 on first down. Fires left. It's caught downfield. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Just inside the red zone, 1st and 10 from the 19. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. And he left that one short, trying to baby it in there. He's got to turn it loose.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops, just not in sync. And that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. Looking to throw, it's Raiola. Firing to the right, complete. Got some room, entered to the goal line. Touchdown, Nebraska! Made the grab and took it on in for the score. Two-point conversion attempt is on the way.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. The Minnesota offense is headed back onto the field. They missed an opportunity to extend this lead the last time they had it, Jesse.
Yeah, they got to be able to regain.
There he goes. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. That's the way to give yourself some breathing room. Now the second play of the drive from the 36. They'll run it. They want to take their time here. Shoots his way for more.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
And this one isn't over because the defense still has 3 timeouts left, but man, that clock is ticking. And they can just run the football up multiple possessions. They're going to need something magical to happen. They're going to need to start stripping at that football, create some turnovers, and get lucky down the stretch.
Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22. The officials stop the clock for the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is that much closer to victory. And the Golden Gophers will line it up on 1st and 10. The give. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
I'll tell you, this defensive end, not only can he pass rush, but he can play the run as well. You see him beat the offensive lineman there trying to block him, get in the backfield to make that tackle for loss. That was impressive.
He'll do it himself. Oh, he was in the backfield immediately. A 3-yard loss. They're close enough for a makeable field goal from the 26, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Got his man quickly. He is stopped right at the 21-yard line, and now it'll be 4th down and decision time. The sportsmanlike thing to do might be victory formation. The stat hog would kick a field goal here. They get the W, and with that being win number 6, looks as if they're going bowling, guys.
And that's a good moment for this squad, right? Like, you start every season, you have big goals, and usually starts with your conference championship and winning a national championship, maybe going to the playoffs. Everybody has different goals, but